Is it? You gotta look through there and check that it got all of me because it's kind of really low down.
It's on me.
Is that cutting my head off? Alright. You want to hear a ghost story? You hear the story about the banshee? Why don't you come over here where I can see you closer because you're like hiding over there. Like sitting on the side of the facing me, but sitting on the side of the camera.
I want to sit right here.
You gonna be right there? You just want to be over there. You want to see you, huh? Anybody back there? Someone back there?
No.
Oh,
What?
who's back there?
No.
You want to pick me a flower? You missed that, but he threw it at me. No throwing flowers. Okay. You know, there's a legend about the banshee, right? If you hear the banshee cry or scream, that means somebody's gonna die. But if you hear the banshee scream 2 times, that means you're gonna die. I heard a banshee scream. I heard her crying. I was laying on the couch, and when I went to the kitchen, I don't know what I went in the kitchen for, but I went in to get something, and I heard this crying, this mournful crying. It was so sad, Julio. And I never heard a cry like that. And it was coming through the air conditioner. And I was listening to it for a while, and then I realized, it was a banshee. Then I went away, and I tried to get enough nerve to open up the window, the living room window. Remember in Dungeon Road, that house over there? Well, I opened up that window, looked out, and it was pitch dark. And when I looked out there was nothing there. Not even a set of eyeballs or an animal or anything. So I closed the window, and I went by the kitchen window again, by the air conditioner. And what did I hear? I heard the cry of the banshee. And then a few days later, oh my God, I was just about to scream. I thought Cupcake was right there. This year was like, and Jaji died in Puerto Rico. The banshee. Want to hear the story about the mansion? Ghost, remember that story? You don't remember when I go down Main Street, Glastonbury, and I went by a funeral home and I was taking pictures. It was that nighttime. And
I heard you follow me.
yeah, and it followed me home. Remember that story? And when it followed me home, and anyways, I was going down Main Street after that, and then I had to go down Spring Street, and you know how dark it is there, and it's a street off the main street, and as I was going down, I had to go by this forest. Is that a mosquito? No, not a mosquito. And as I was going down there, I had to go down Battle Street, which is even worse. It's where the highway is. You know what Grandma's roots, right? The ways I go. And then I went down Battle Street, and then it was, of course, deserted, and there's no lights. And here I am coming home, and I kept hearing the back door unlocking, and the door kept unlocking, and then I heard the click. So when I got up to see what that was, the back door was unlocked. And then I was like, wow, the door unlocked all night. So then the next day, I heard the door click. And I know that I didn't go out that day, so, and when I looked, the back door was unlocked again. And I was like, I know I didn't do it this time. So I locked it, and when I went to go lay down on the couch, I heard the door click. I got up, looked, and the back door was unlocked again. So I had called, not too many days went by, like a couple of days, because then Gordy came over to make pastellis with us, and we were taking pictures. And all the pictures, they would see orbs, and not one, but two or three. And then when I took pictures of the funeral home, there was a few orbs. And then I had talked to your cousin Shirley, and she said, open the door and let it out. So I did, and it never happened again. So a ghost followed me home from the funeral home, the funeral parlor. That was pretty scary. That was creepy, as a matter of fact, knowing that that thing was following me. Oh my God. Probably that's not going to show because, it's green and this is green. Listen, I see some of those clips. I need those. Like there's one right there. And I think there was one over here someplace. I know I've seen them. You see it right there? Like it's silver. Oh, you found two. Yeah, put it in a place where we won't lose them. I don't know, your uncle didn't pick those up. Why are you being funny? What else show me times?
What?
The sandbox ghost. I never told you this story. One time I went with your great-grandma, Emma, and I went with her, because she was a nanny, and she used to go to rich people's houses and babysit their kids. So one time she took me with her, and she had asked me to go outside and play. So I said, okay. So I did, and I really didn't want to, but I go out for a while. And they had a sandbox, and there was I don't know where the kids were. I guess she had to wait for them to come home from school. So I went in the sandbox, and I was playing in the sand, and I don't really like sand, so then after that, I started noticing that the sand was sifting through. You know how the sandbox is on the bottom, and it has you ever played in a sandbox? You never, but you've seen one, right? You never seen a sandbox? Well, they have them. Well, it's a big box with sand in it that you play, and you make stuff like at the beach. Well, I was playing in there, and the sand was sifting through. And when I looked and I put the sand away, I see there was a darkness, like a tunnel. So I knocked on it like this, and it knocked back. And then I went 3 times, and it hit 3 times back. And I ran out of that sandbox, went in the house and told great-grandma. And she said, just stay in. She said it probably was a squirrel or a raccoon. They don't know how to count. Huh?
There's something on your hair.
I know what you're talking about.
There's something on your hair.
What?
It's still hungry.
Does it have legs? Puppy, I don't see. I can't see.
Yellow.
Come get it.
It went off.
Huh?
It came off.
It's nice back here. Finally, winter has left us, and we have spring. It messes up when you do that, it messes up the focus. Can you stop doing that? You do it every time. Yeah, so if it was nice like this, I would have had the house opened up. We got leaves on the trees. Like, when did that happen? It's so beautiful.
Oh my God.
Someone's trying to do the fire pit now.
What?
The fire pit. Those marshmallows. I used to have these 2 best friends called Maddie and Suan, and we used to go discoing. The disco ball. We'd do the dance at the hustle. We'd go out to discos. We would, as